Listen carefully. Merry Jingle Bells.
Jingle Bells is possibly the most popular Christmas song. In fact, the title of the song was not originally Jingle Bells. In 1857, James Pierpont wrote the song One Horse Open Sleigh. The song was written for performing at a Thanksgiving service by children. It was a big hit. The children were asked to sing the song again at Christmas. They sang it with a different melody and a little faster at the Christmas concert. One member of the audience said it was a merry little jingle. Later, the name of the song became Jingle Bells. The most famous performance of the song was in 1965. It was literally out of this world. Some astronauts were in the Gemini 6 space capsule. They saw a command ship in space. The command ship had 8 smaller ships in front of it. Was it Santa Claus? Then the crew took out a real harmonica and bells. They sang Jingle Bells to the staff at NASA from deep in space.
Listen carefully.
From Dad in Space.
Dear son, I have a very busy life on the space station. Each day in space is carefully planned by Mission Control. The Mission Control centers are in Houston, Texas, or Moscow. The 12-hour working day on the International Space Station begins with a wake-up call. After a quick bath with a soapy cloth, the crew has breakfast. Can you imagine eating in space? We have 3 meals in space too: breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But the food is not as good as your mom's. We astronauts spend most of our time doing scientific experiments. Sometimes we have to speak to scientists on Earth. I exercise for at least 2 hours each day. It is important to keep fit and healthy. You need a lot of energy in space, so it's good to be strong. I also spend many hours getting ready for spacewalks. Spacewalking is so cool. I think you would really love it. It's wonderful to see the Earth from way up here. I miss you very much. Love, Dad.
Listen carefully. Roller coaster physics.
You buy your ticket and get on the roller coaster. Slowly, the roller coaster reaches the top and starts to go down. You're going down the track at 60 miles per hour. Your heart is beating fast and your stomach feels strange. Riding a roller coaster is so exciting. A roller coaster has no engine. Then how does it move? Is it magic? Well, not exactly. The roller coaster uses kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is the energy that something has by its motion. The energy it gets from the first downhill helps it to keep moving. Of course, wheels help a roller coaster move too. Different types of wheels help keep the ride smooth. Running wheels guide the coaster on the track. Friction wheels control lateral motion. A final set of wheels keeps the roller coaster on the track even if it's upside down. A roller coaster works with kinetic energy and a good set of wheels. That's why a roller coaster can move without an engine or magic.
Listen carefully.
Night of the Living Dead.
Long ago, many people believed in vampires. According to old stories, a vampire is a dead body. A vampire leaves its grave at night. It sucks blood from living people. Then it returns to its grave before the sun comes up. The victims die or become vampires themselves. What did people do to keep vampires away? They believed a talisman could keep vampires away, and herbs like garlic had special powers too. Sometimes people went to a vampire's gravesite and dug the grave open. Blood on the lips meant it was a vampire. So they killed the vampire by pushing a wooden stake through its heart. And they burnt it to ashes. Nowadays, we know that vampires aren't real. The myth, however, still lives on. The novel Dracula, written by Bram Stoker, is a famous story about a vampire. It is one of the most popular vampire stories.
Listen carefully. Jump, kangaroos.
Australia is famous for kangaroos. All kangaroos are from Australia. Kangaroos are the largest members of the marsupial family. There are 3 types of kangaroos. They are the red kangaroo, the eastern gray kangaroo, and the western gray kangaroo. The male red kangaroo is the largest. It sometimes grows to 1.5 meters tall. All kangaroos have short front legs with paws and very strong back legs. The paws look like our hands. They use their paws to eat food just like us. They use their strong back legs and big feet to jump and run. They can run at a speed of 45 miles per hour. But the most interesting thing about kangaroos is the pouch on the female's belly. The pouch looks like a big pocket. Marsupials are the only animals with the pouch. This pouch is a home for baby kangaroos. A baby kangaroo usually lives in the pouch for 10 months. Amazing!
Listen carefully.
Murphy and Guy.
Some people's names are turned into everyday words. They are called eponyms. Maybe someday your name could be famous too. Murphy's Law is one of the most famous eponyms. It came from a very picky Air Force officer's name. In the late 1940s, Captain Ed Murphy was an aircraft engineer. He complained about a technician on his team. "This guy always does things the wrong way. Something always goes wrong," Murphy said. His coworkers began calling the captain's complaint Murphy's Law. They said as long as people keep making mistakes, Murphy will live. Another eponym is the word Guy. Guy Fawkes was an Englishman. On November 5, 1605, Fawkes attempted to blow up the Parliament and King James I. What a crazy guy! So he was executed for treason. Later, any strangely dressed person was called a guy. Now they are using guy to simply mean person.